It's time to talk about clocks. Welcome back to CTV Morning Live in Brockville. Live where you live. This is Barbara Fortier. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good to have you here. Heritage Clock Shop has been around a while here in Brockville. How long?
Yes, we're in our 19th year right now.
Right.
And keeping very busy, especially with repairs.
Yeah, that's one of the main things you do, right?
Yes.
Repairs to clocks.
Yes, definitely. Mostly restoring and repairing antique clocks.
Yeah.
We do house calls as well for grandfather clocks.
I heard that.
Yeah.
You're like the clock doctors who come to the house.
The only ones around, I guess.
I think you're right.
That do that.
I think you're right, and that's good news for people who have, especially grandfather clocks, that sort of thing, because they're not easy to transport.
No, they're not. We usually go to the home. We look at the clock, give the customer an estimate, roughly about how much it'll be.
Right.
And then from there, they can decide whether they want to do it or not.
Right.
If they do decide, we take the mechanism, the movement out of the case with the pendulum and the weights.
Right.
And we bring it to the shop. All the work is done in the store, at the shop.
Right.
And then when it's ready, we call the customer up and let them know and deliver it and set it up again.
This one now we're looking at here, Barbara, is a good example of before and after, right? Because oftentimes you'll find people with older clocks, and they could be beautiful antiques, but they just haven't been kept in shape for whatever reason.
Right, yeah. You find a lot of clocks that have been put away over the years, maybe in the basement or an old barn or in the attic. Yeah. And they've gone through a lot. Most of the time, fortunately, they are repairable. We do look at the movement to see if it is still worthwhile doing. We're on the same side as the customer. Right. We have their best interest in
even if the mechanics don't work, the look of the clock is something else to enjoy, right?
Yes, for sure. In very worst case scenarios, we try and keep the movement as original as possible.
Right.
We make parts as well too, because a lot of these companies aren't around anymore.
So what you're telling me is if anybody can fix it, it's you.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
Pretty close.
And this sort of business has been in your family for quite some time.
It has, yes. It started with my grandfather in Germany.
Right.
And I've got some photos here.
Where's your grandfather? Is this him here?
Yes, it is. Yeah. And you see all the trays in the back where the watches are hanging.
Where in Germany is this, Barbara? Do you know?
It would have been in the northern part of Germany.
Right.
And they're the apprentices alongside.
This is old-style watch and clock making, right?
It is. Yeah. You don't see that much anymore. There is no training for this anymore. It's a dying trade. But my father took it up after my grandfather, and now my husband as well too.
Your husband learned from your father, is that right?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Keeping it alive.
Yes, for
now,
sure.
What happens when your husband decides to give it up?
That won't be for a while, I think.
Oh, good.
He does enjoy it.
Because, seriously, I ask this for a serious reason, is because it's one of those lost arts.
It is.
It's one of the things that is gradually fading away, no pun intended, over time.
Yeah. A lot of the kids coming out of school nowadays are so much more interested in computers and graphics and all this new high-tech sort of thing. The schooling for this has gone pretty much as well, too.
There's nothing better, though, than an old clock. I mean, isn't it something that you walk into somebody's home and they've got a great clock, be it a grandfather clock or even a cuckoo clock?
It decorates.
You look and you go, wow, that's cool.
It decorates the house. It brings warmth to the home. And it was the center core of the house. That's why the grandfather clock sat mostly in the middle of the house, so you could hear the chimes going around the house.
Exactly. And there's still new clocks available, right?
Yes,
when it comes to that sort of thing?
Yep. We do sell new clocks, everything from grandfather clocks to alarm clocks, chiming wall and mantle clocks as well. You have all different kinds. We have our shop right there, so folks can talk to my husband Gaetan at the same time too.
Right.
And look at the new clocks. Great for wedding gifts or corporate events as well too.
I think you're right. And it's good to see that someone is still looking after that sort of thing.
It's an old trade, but it's a great trade to be in.
Where's your shop, Barbara?
It's at 112 King Street West, just right downtown Brockville.
Yeah, it's not far from here.
No, just a block or so down the street.
Thanks for coming to see us.
Thank you.
Pleasure to talk to you.
Good to be here.
All right. Hey, Barbara, are you hungry?
A little.
We got some cooking going on. Let's cook